Mel Bay Grade 2, page 10, the March Majestic. We have two primary chords here, the chord of F, which we're going to examine in the next page, and the chord of C7. So what I want you to know and take away from this tune is that you're actually referencing or playing chords in the tune. So even though you're playing solo notes, you're actually about to fall right into a C7 chord to an F chord. So the activities, the notes we play in this, the dyads, the two-note chords, and at one point we get to play a triad here. It's referencing a chord. So the three chords we reference in the tune are F, C7, and we go into a short modulation to the key of A7. It just modulates to the A7. Now there's a trick. This is an old modulation. This is an old chord substitution trick. What's the one chord? What's the tonic, the main chord, the main idea of this tune? It's F. Let's count up from F. F, go hold tone to G, go hold tone to A. This is a substitution of a 3 chord. I want to show that to you again. Play an F note, please, on string 6, fret 1, string 6, fret 3, G, string 6, fret 5, A. Play that 7th chord. Very common substitution. For example, we could strum it F major to A7, like the Kinks, Sunday Afternoon. Yeah, that kind of a sound. So in line 2 of this is just a good old-fashioned modulation to who is the 3 chord of the main player. The main player, the master of the house here, is F, and then we're going to go whole tone to G, whole tone to A, and that's the modulation that occurs in line 2. It's an A7 chord. Okay, so that's the layout, and now let's play the top line going to the first ending and not repeat. We've got to come in on the and of beat 3, a 1, 2, and 3. Slow it down. Here's a little trick I use. I go finger 1 for F, open, finger 4. See, I like the way finger 4 sits and keeps my hand centered in position 1. Personal preference. I learned it from classical guitar to use the pinky of the left hand, finger 4, on the fret 3. Yeah, it's just so much more comfortable than. I just found myself more accurate and my hand more relaxed and my thumb better centered in the middle of the left hand to use the pinky on the 3rd fret of position 1. At least in the first 2 strings. So here's our pickup notes. F, E, D, 1, 2, 3. Now we are using the pick all down in this tune. All down. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Hold that first finger there. While the first finger is being held on the C note, form in here a little nugget. I call it a nucleus of the C7 chord. Now these two notes in C7 are called guide tones. G-U-I-D-E. Guiding tones or guide tones. Guide tones tell the listener everything they need to hear to know about that chord. So we have here an E and a B flat. And those guide tones are the 3rd and the flat 7th of the chord. You could play an entire tune by just comping the guide tones. If we're going to play a tune in C, like a C jazz, I could play just the E and the B flat, and you'll know the bassist would do the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just that. That tells the listener all they need to know. Someday you should explore what it's like not to play big chords. It gets pretty tiresome, doesn't it, going? We're not meant to play guitar like that all the time. We're meant to be smart about our guitar playing and to help the listener have an interesting journey by playing less. So we have in our measure 1 a C7 chord, root, guide tones, melody, C note, also common to the F chord. Let's look at measure 2, please. We've got the C note here on string 2, fret 1, and we've got the A and the F, don't we, here on the... Aha, so there we have the F triad spelled. Okay, now while holding that down, do we or do we not let notes ring out? Well, in the case of measure 2, they're all eighth notes there, the last 2 beats. Do we or do we not let the notes ring out? Here's my question for you. Does it mess with the harmony of the song? If yes, then don't let the notes ring out. If no, it doesn't mess with the harmony of the song or the harmonic movement, melodic movement of the song, leave it. If it sounds good, leave it. So, now in measure 3, we're told to leave that C down as a half note, and we're now rolling right into a good old C7 chord. Go ahead and hold it down. You don't have to hop all around like, no. That's crazy. No, just as you roll into the C chord, hold it there. F. And again, in the last, in the measure 1, 2, 3, 4 of the top line, hang in a C chord there, F chord. Okay, so holding that F note, playing the C, A, little bar, F, C. Ending 2. Ending 2. Why is ending 2 so short? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Why is it so short, ending 2? Well, because it's going to be the end of the song, and it accommodates for the pickup notes in the first measure. Remember, go back and study the pickup notes if you don't get them. Now, you got to roll right from ending 2 into line 2 of the tune. So I'm going to play for you just ending 2, so the last measure of line 1 and the first measure of line 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rolls right into the main theme perfectly. All right, so here is the part 1 of the song. We're going to do the top line. I'm going to play 1 time to ending 1. I'm going to do the repeat into the pickup measure of line 2. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm rushing a little bit here, so I got a little funky fingered there. Now let's move on to the A7 portion. Okay, this one, now again, we're supposed to be picking all down in the tune, and this is the challenge, but it's good for your right hand development. We're going to be pressing the C, now we're in line 2, the A7 portion of the tune. We're pressing string 2, fret 2, C sharp. Let's get a nice even sounding dyad on the C sharp and E. Something very interesting going on here. It would sound, this is actually riding between A7 and D minor, right? D is in delta, D minor. Look at the first measure of the second part of the tune. What's this? Huh. Does that belong in the key of A? No, no it doesn't. What's going on there? Well, we're still in the key of F. I mean, it's just a temporary reference to the A7 chord, so it's a substitution of a 3 chord. And we're just playing a super quick D minor. So it's like dum, dum. dun 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 dun. Think of a quick D minor breaking up the A7s. It's very pretty, isn't it? A7 comes home. It's the dominant chord. The dominant chord. It's the 5 chord of a D or D minor. So F, 1 chord, home, tonic. C7, his 5 chord. A7, F's 3 chord substitution. A7 is the special dominant or turnaround chord of D minor. And D minor brings us right back to the key of F. D minor is the relative minor of the key of F. Can you play all those chords? F, D minor, A7, C7. It's so pretty, isn't it? As we move forward in the series, sometimes it feels like we're crawling so slow, but I want you to understand, like, what is the rationale here? What's going on behind the scenes with old Mel? The key of D harmonic minor has the C sharp note, so really this A7 sounds beautiful, just gorgeous. See, it resolves back to F so nicely because we're playing in key, and that A7 chord, while he's not in key, he is the special dominant chord of D minor. And D minor is the relative minor in the key of F. So beautiful. So the song itself was not much to write home about, but the themes in it are wonderful. So let's play that line 2. There you have March Majestic. Have fun, enjoy.